Nah, I'm saying though, I'm not gonna say this is official. I'm just gonna say this is probably one of them. When we speak to people, and I ain't mastered this at all, but when we speak to people, don't pull your sword out, man. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not about being smart. It's not about none of that. It's really more about trying to understand the situation. You know what I'm saying? But if you pull your sword, it's almost like, all right, if a nigga said, all right, man, let me holler at you for a minute. And before he starts talking to you, pull his gun out. What is that going to do to the other person? For real. And what if, hey, look, everybody be trying to protect their life. If you catch the drop, some of these niggas, you can't let go. Why? Because a motherfucker got that much power and authority, and if you let him go, you'll be dead inside of a week. You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain shit. Right now, they'll act like they fear for their life, but as soon as they get away from you, they just gonna fuck you up. That's what they don't understand about some of these rich tied in. Like, it's not really a mob. It's just a bunch of corrupt people that don't want to tell on each other. Almost like a crime family. It just ain't really organized unless you organize it from a demon perspective. Because don't none of these motherfuckers really know anything. They don't. And shit, Satan's so crafty. This nigga, all right, you want me to tell you who knows the most? The Satanists. Well, I ain't gonna say not above God's people, but the Satanists, they be knowing all of this shit. I ain't talking about your average one. I'm talking about motherfuckers that know about the old gods and shit like that. Motherfuckers turn around and stuff that shit in a computer, and you gonna eat it up like it's pigs in a trough. I'm serious. It's almost like this shit just switch histories. And don't nobody understand that it's the same history being repeated. It's only being revamped or restarted. It's being restarted to the point where the actual names are coming back. Dangerous times we live in. I'm just saying, a lot of people, by God, got killed for this. God is actually being careful with people. Everybody's talking all that shit. But if you look at the news and if any of that is true, how the fuck do only like 20 people die? You just be looking at the devastation. What the fuck? Only 20 people died. Shit, 60 ain't that many. This nigga was at the goddamn Vegas hotel. He shot he could have shot 60 people. He damn near did. I think he did. They just all didn't die. That's not no. And see, this is some other shit. They put everything in percentages so you don't know real numbers. So they can fuck with the numbers if they put it in percents. Hey, look, people are so slow, they don't do percents. I ain't even went out into the world like that, but I fuck with math. So sometimes I want to know how much money is that, and you find out it ain't really that much, unless they taxing your ass. Why? Because if you do that, If you do that shit over some shit that's at the store that's 15% off, it ain't gonna be what you thought, but it's like, fuck it, I still save. Now, if you do that shit on a home 15% over 10 years, you better do the math. And they saying, look, your shit better be on time, 15% charge, or it's a 15% reduction. It really ain't that much. You think you finna see some real lower number. Damn near the only time you can trust it is when it's 50% off. And shit, you better watch it. They might be hiking the tax up. Pennies matter, man. For real, we active though. The crazy part in movies be telling you everything. They do, dog. In hoodlums, when these motherfuckers was running numbers, the big white people said, we don't care about them nigga pennies. But one Pacific white dude was like, I care about them niggas pennies. And that nigga made millions. He ended up getting outsmarted, but millions, pennies. So the pennies, I've seen people save big ass vats of pennies. They don't know how much money they got. And they finally pull it out, it'd be like goddamn hundreds of dollars and shit, depending on how many you got. Pennies matter. We throw them away. I done swept them in the dustpans. And we wonder why, because we throw it away. We done became like these people. It's so lazy. I don't want to kneel down and pick the penny up. Oh, I want to be embarrassed by pennies because I want to be rich like these people. I want to be perceived rich like these people. As long as I look like it, I ain't actually got to be it. I don't know what be going on with people, man. Just be yourself. If you broke, you broke. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If I make it to heaven, I'm gonna have some riches. Why? Because I don't believe the Lord gonna let me not have any. You shall suffer for this shit. So I brag about them as though they are. But nah, I ain't talking about a goddamn B-side. Whatever's there, it makes me feel good. Whatever riches that they are. What are riches? Whatever riches that they are, they make me feel good. They make me have hope. Like I said, if I make it to heaven, I'm gonna have some riches. It's not about force or anything. It's just, I don't think God gonna not let me have riches. Man, he keep me in a perpetual state of suffering. And sometimes it's my fault. But it's just like, ah, damn, you ever notice when it seems like life be gunning for your motherfucking ass? That bitch be missing, but it might clip your wing off or some shit. You ain't died, but that damn sure hurt. That's my life, dog. That shit, I don't know what the fuck to do about it. What they want you to do is total brainwashing. That shit is the biggest cult ever. The world is the biggest cult. It's the biggest, because you don't understand, you was free before people told you you wasn't. And you know when they sold it for? Security. When they was building these motherfuckers, they was like, well, this nation finna attack this. Then some kind of way they became their rulers. It's just history repeating itself over and over again. But I'll tell you this, these people, it's okay, I'm explaining to you. That's why I was saying, are books good or not? Not true enough, even God came as a book, but you think he wanted it as a book, or he wanted it to be passed down through each generation. But each generation was fucking with the other gods. So it couldn't pass down that way. You know what I'm saying? That's why books kept their shit alive. That's what kept it alive. Nobody would know about these other gods. God was serious about this. And he was running through most of the known world killing. Man, to the point where I think these people had to learn from a book. Because they was getting efficient at killing. I'm not saying that books are bad. They also benefit God. But I think that's the only reason he needed a book. Why? Because knowledge is being forgot all the time. A child don't know nothing. Like I said, history is in it. You might feel the vibe, but you don't know why. You just feel like that's a bad energy or a bad omen or some shit. You can't really explain it like you want to. That's what I'm saying. And we don't let them have the kids. Well, it ain't my generation for real. It's a pit stop. I wanted to say between my mama's generation, but I think it's under mine. Oh, them niggas just crazy. I don't think it's gonna take God hand to change some of these people. But you can start again with the youth. That's why Satan wants the small ones, so he can grow them like this. You know what I'm saying? You don't got no credo, and when I say credo, or when I say pat, you don't have nothing that's solid. That's so solid that the whole family can walk on this. They're not gonna be mad if you leave. They got plenty of workers, plenty of hands. But you'll be back. And we're gonna hate you when you come back. We're gonna be like, now you see, don't you? Yep. Fucking with us, you get love. With them, you get nothing. No love, no grace, no forgiveness. And some people you think you're gonna get it from, and they stab you in the back. That gotta hurt. But that's why you need more than goddamn one. So one motherfucker don't end up stabbing you in your back. If it's a team of them, motherfuckers will be like, nah, nigga, that ain't right, dog. And this is gonna require men. It requires strong women too. But I believe it's gonna be a lot of brawls to be had. But they're gonna be on a physical plane. Like I say, every man wanna be the leader of the goddamn castle. Why don't y'all just let God pick it? I don't give a damn. Put names in a hat and just ask God to be there. And take my name out if you're gonna act like that. Cause that should be just like Moses. The motherfucker they just getting on this nigga nerves all goddamn day. I think God allowed it. I don't think he should have did that shit. Create all these judges and some of the rules. See, but that's great about God. He even let man rule it sometimes. It wasn't like unless he was doing some sinful shit. He let these motherfuckers let her divorce and shit. And then Jesus came right back and said, nah. That ain't good. Because if you think about it, respect. If you make a promise to God, you can't just go around breaking those. Not only did you make a promise to God, you made a promise to, you made a promise to this motherfucker. The priest was there. He heard what you said. You just can't just be skipping around like that. Shit, I understand sex more than I understand that. Shit, I understand the fact of why God said don't have sex before you're married. And see, why does the hood like promote that? It's because men aren't thinking about it before they have sex. But after they have sex, they can't stop. It's like one of them things that don't go away. For real, it just never goes away. You gotta control it and maintain. And I'm not good at that, but you gotta control it or maintain it in some kind of way because it don't go away. And it ain't God's fault. He warned you, but it's nature. How can you crave something you never had? Well, speaking from a human level, you ain't never had it. See, an animal knows and it obeys nature. Humans are kind of above nature. Why? Because they can choose to resist nature. And shit, humans are showing you that all off the board right now. They're able to defy nature. I'm talking about in numbers. Now, in the animal kingdom, one or two maybe defy nature in some weird, crazy ass way, random as fuck. But I'm talking about we can do it by the millions. Just up the side, we don't fuck with nature no more. Hey, that's the craziest fucking shit. But they think this is ascension. No, if God didn't want you to fuck with nature, you wouldn't have nature thoughts. For real. It wouldn't. But these are also tempting factors. You can decide if they're bad or they're good. They're tempting factors. God want to see too. He say, man, pull back the stars and everything so everybody can see. You look, why is everything watching you? Because you're the most ignorant being there. Everything else knows it's a God. You the only motherfucker though. Hey, God got a way of showing humility. The animals can see God's hand move before you do. Seriously, we the only ignorant people. The stars know that it's a God. The stars know who made the universe. The stars know who told them to stand right there. Don't move. And they don't do it because they got to. They do it because he said it. For real. And see, I don't like equating it to it, but it's the best way you can understand it. It's like, it's energy. It can't be created or destroyed, and it's in everything. There's nothing that don't have energy in it. It's just, to me, that energy is what hold the molecules together to make stable whatever reality is. And these crazy motherfuckers want to hack it. It's like, no end. It's a beast that will never be satisfied. Look, in the beginning, look, this is so crazy. All of this is at the beginning. Because every time technologies get destroyed, they always come to this brink. To the point where God actually has to go down there and say, well, nothing they won't fucking do. They're going to do everything. Look now, doing everything. Motherfuckers back in the days stopped their ass from doing that. Or they faction got conquered. But they right back to their old tricks, man. Same shit. And I just find that weird as fuck. And you want to know why they let people populate? Because they needed them. I ain't talking about a specific group. What I'm saying is, if a demon went into your body, can it leave? Yes. So they manipulating motherfuckers on all that. Don't mean that motherfucker gotta stay in your body. You wake up, what the fuck? Why did I do all that? Oh shit. If you didn't see and watching horror as a motherfucker rolled your goddamn body, that shit gotta be some scary shit. That gotta go. That's some shit where you gotta go see the priest and shit. Now if you break out, if you black out, then it's like, shit, I don't know what I really did. You don't know if it's really you. Maybe you might be possessed and some shit like that. If a motherfucker made you watch, nigga, but where do you go? I can tell you, these churches out here, that's an iffy. But the people that can actually heal people, I'm telling you, they're in some back alley, some fucking one. Well, I ain't gonna even say it like that. They're in plain sight, but they ain't in places where you would think they would be. For real. Because I believe people are doing it through witchcraft, but that won't end well. But I believe that these same people, they have to go into some kind of hiding. Imagine if you was out here, what would happen? People would flock to you. And what's going to happen after that? You finna gain attention, notoriety, money. And if you ain't mentally willing, able to handle that, it's going to crush you. If you were smart, you'd say, I don't want to deal with none of that shit. I just want to do God's will. I don't want, hey, look, put it on legal documents. I just show up and preach the word, my nigga. I don't, because it done became that, in all honesty, if you preach God's word, you should get something. But who's to say that that ain't already given? Remember, you ain't doing man's work. You're doing God's work. Like he said, he knows you gotta eat. He knows you need clothes. But to the point where you buying jets, I don't know if you can do all that. I think it's just too many people suffering. The companies is throwing all the food away. I'm talking about rather than let anyone eat it. Just throw it away. Make them go in the garbage cans. Then send them to jail. I ain't gonna send them to jail, but I'm finna give them a stern cussing out. And shit, we might fight about that shit, but you better clean that mess up. For real. I don't mind you going in the trash. Honestly, I think it's degrading. And if I had to look at it, I'd really give you my sin. Because I know I'm going to get a note. For real. I think that is degrading people. But you can't just blame that on the people it's also these motherfuckers that's willing to do it. I ain't right all the way. I ain't gonna lie. If it came to the point where I had to eat, I'm not finna eat out of the trash. We going to jail today, cause I'm sorry, Lord. You know I wouldn't go to jail, but brother, I probably snatch your water burger and bitch. I'm finna use them scats. I mean, if it came all the way, I don't know. I don't even want you to hum me that far. I'm good. I'm good. You feel me? I'm probably in this fucking famine. I'm probably gonna have to eat some shit I already don't want to eat. I don't exactly want to eat out of the trash, goddamn. But all this stuff gonna get kaput, and we just waiting on it. What I'm saying is, how long you gonna see symptoms before you see what it actually is? Before it rears its ugly head. You can see symptoms of it everywhere, like, and don't never mind God and all the earthquakes, and he is kind of doing some shit. You got to include him because people ain't paying attention to where these storms are. Where's all the food? And America couldn't feed itself. So that means we got to import more food or depend on the clone meat more. Because I don't even think they can make it fast enough to keep up with America. These the greedy people that throw the food away. And that insatiable appetite for money and power will never be put out. And so God's going to punish it. As rightfully so she should. Ain't nobody really trying to get at America, the idea of America. If you would have took America and brought all people together and you united them truly under Yahshua HaMashiach, or Jesus as you would call him, brother, that would have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. I heard that once. All races and all manner of people came under the Lord to serve him. Can't beat that. But look who she is. She came under that name, but is that her? Or is that him? They came, but it seemed you, if you look at even history of what these people were saying, they called everybody savages. Anybody that wasn't on their level, they called savages, and they never checked out why these people was doing this until they tapped into some of these people's spiritual shit. Then I hold up. It might be some truth to this. Hold on. Bring the equipment back in. But all shit was actually obvious. You don't need to see a fucking ghost of your ancestors to know some shit. Your fathers and your fathers knew it. And see, I think people, what they were doing, were they were having dreams. Now the dream, pretty much all bets off. If you're sleeping and your body's in full rest mode, that's why it's hard to interpret dreams, because they be so chaotic all the damn time. 5 seconds you might be here, the next 5 seconds you might be over there. You're not really controlling where you're going. So the question would be, would you see loved ones and would they talk to you? Probably so, but if you see a dead motherfucker and you're awake, not good. If you're awake and you see a dead motherfucker, that's divination. Don't mean you caused it, but hey, look, stop at the first step and turn around. Don't try to treat it like these movies and shit. Oh, let's play with the dead people. You think they dead people. And then they done got you all stirred up in their psychology and shit. You done forgot to live and shit. These TV shows is out the chain. They have motherfuckers thinking like that. That shit's not, it's not a gift. It lets you know your defenses are weak. Well, really, maybe not weak. Why? Because they want to appear as somebody you know, so that they, you know what I'm saying, you'll feel more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's more manipulation. I I wouldn't say weak. I could say weak-minded, but you know what I'm saying? Because if I see any dead people and I ain't sleep, brother, I know you're not really here, brother. I know that's not really you. Because God say the dead don't visit. It's been once, and that's because Jesus arose with the people that was in hell. This is the only instance that you ever see ghosts. But these motherfuckers can impersonate anyone. And since they're psychological beings, they ain't got to go through all that red tape people do. They can tell by your desires where your treasures lie. You can look at a girl, oh yeah, he want them. Let's see if we can manipulate this pot. See, we understood there was other players. Right now, we just think it's just humans. But we understand certain ideologies don't even fucking belong to us. Motherfucker, it could catch his wife cheating. And as mad as he is, he wouldn't jump overboard till a motherfucker sat down to him and said, you know what? You could probably get away with it. And look what they did to you. You see how they mistreat you. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a good person, you know you don't think like that. That's why society would say you're crazy until it's them in the hot seat. Why? Because if all of society knew that there were other entities, it'd be a whole different other goddamn ballpark. And I think they're playing with you. What they're doing is, instead of like